Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Morning Smoke. It's puffing on this indica. I don't know what the name is. Damn. Whew. Today we have a very special guest. We have the homie right here, Santos Guzman. What's good, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I wish I was over there with you. Hitting that indica, but good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just fucking getting by, trying to hustle, do my thing. So
that.
What do you call it? You're from Salt Lake City, right? And you were born and raised there?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, and both of my parents are from a little pueblito called Estipac, Jalisco, Mexico. It's about 40 minutes away from Guadalajara.
All right. Have you ever been out there?
Yeah, bro. Actually, like since I was a young kid, I actually went to kindergarten in Jalisco, right there in the pueblo, for like a month. I was even in the little Christmas play. I was like the little sheep, bro, in the play. It was crazy. But yeah, growing up, I got to go a lot. So gracias a Dios, I was fortunate enough to, be able to go at a young age.
Does it ever like trip you out, like when you go to over there and seeing how everything's different, like from over here, especially like Utah too? Like, does it like trip you out? Like for example, like when I would go to like my pops is from TJ, so when I would go see him where he lived in TJ, it was like very poor. Like, do you ever see that side and be like, damn, like I'm blessed that I'm able to see that and see where my parents come from and how they made it to over here and started, working on themselves to be here. Like, do you ever think about 100.
that? Yeah, bro, 100%, bro. Every time, it never gets old, bro. That feeling of just being grateful for what I have, man. Like over here, you know how it is, and like, I think it's everywhere in the U.S., with capitalism and materialistic things, where everyone wants to have the newest car, the newest this, da-da-da-da. And when I go over there, bro, I'm just like, wow, like I'm thankful for what I have. Like, it might not be the newest, I might not have the fanciest place, or whatever over here, but compared to over there, wow, man, like I'm grateful, bro. But that's the thing though, like, what I learned going over there, bro, is that people are rich over there. They might not be rich in materialistic things, but they're rich right here, bro, in the heart, and in the soul and family and all that other stuff, bro. So yeah, it's a big blessing, man. Like every time I go over there, it just gets me in the heart, bro. Every time, bro. Every time.
Yeah, man, I can imagine. But like I said, I experience the same thing when I go visit my father's side of the family and stuff. And to see where he comes from and see cousins I have out there and they don't have the same luxuries. And it's not that I have the nicest things, it's things that maybe they don't have the reach to get, or the resources to get. And like to be able to do the podcasting and stuff, and all the music stuff.
A lot of people, man, I always tell people, like, if you can travel, go travel, because it makes you thankful for what you really have, bro. Because honestly, to be honest, like, yeah, man, like you said, like, it's these little things that you're like, oh, well, it's not the fanciest or this, that, but man, like you said, like, we have it good, bro. We have it good, like,
I know, man. It's like,
yeah, it's a
trip too, because it gets me more irritated when people are just spoiled, And that's a lot of Americans too are spoiled, and they don't even realize how good they have it. And it's like,
Yep.
it's like, bro, like easily can be stripped, and just like go over there and check that out and see what the hell that little thing you're complaining about ain't really about shit. And it's like, bro, like they're over there fucking right there at the border, fucking selling chiclets, fucking juggling balls for your entertainment, so they can have some currency to take home and feed like kids. Like these aren't, you're not 16, you don't have the, you don't have, like, you have the privilege to go work at 16 here, but over there it's like, nah, we need money. You got to start working as soon as you're able to talk, and and it's just crazy to see that. And people like Americans, like, they're so spoiled and seeing that. Like, I was born here, but I get that reality when I go visit. So that's why I wanted to know your perspective on that. But thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah, man, no, for sure. It's a topic that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about and appreciate, because dude, like, it's the little things, bro. Hot water, you know what I'm saying? Like, little things, and obviously that's the thing, not everybody's living like that, but majority is, and it's just very unfortunate, and I always, like you were saying earlier, with people that are kind of like spoiled, like, man, like when you meet Latinos, like our own people, not even just Mexicans, but Latinos that were born here and never gone out, bro, it's just like, it's like I want to check them because I like experienced that, but it's like I can't do that. Like, they have to go experience it for themselves, because it's not my job to do that. But I feel like that sometimes, when I see people, I don't know, man, it's a trip, bro. Like,
I know what you mean.
Man, I don't know.
Sometimes I want to check them too, but I was like, everyone gets their own reality check when that time comes.
Yeah, bro.
And hopefully it's not something, like they have to go through themselves in order to fucking realize what they have.
Yeah, no,
because I've been through that, So that's why I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Same, bro. Same here, and I think we all have, in a sense. It's just some people choose to embrace it and talk about it, and some people don't, So yeah.
It's crazy to think, like, how's everything there with like the whole COVID and stuff like that? Is it because over here everything's still kind of closed down? Like, is it more open over there, or is it kind of like?
It has been a little bit more open throughout these last couple. I guess it's been a year. I don't know, but
about a year.
Yeah, it's been kind of on and off. Like, supposedly just recently, like I think it was last week, the governor of Utah basically like demanded like another like shutdown. So like we were doing good. Like we were chill. Like it wasn't that bad. And then because we don't have that many people here in such a tight place like California. And I was talking to some of my music homies over there, and when things were getting better over here, I would hit them up and be like, "Hey bro, how's things?" And they're like, "Oh bro, everything's still shut down." And I'm like, "What? That's crazy." Like over here it's normal. Like everything's kind of back to normal, besides the whole mask thing,
Yeah.
But like people were, dude, the Latin nights over here at the club were popping. Like people weren't wearing masks. Like people were in their.
So they would have to. Do they take their mask in when they're inside the fucking building, or they still have them on?
There was some people that had them still on in the club, but most people, when you would look at the photos, no mask, bro.
Damn, bro. And just imagine that shit too, like you got fucking what's it called, beer goggles, and it's bad enough when you have beer goggles.
Oh yeah.
And you go see you see some torta over there, and you think she's something else. You know what I mean? But now you got the mask is another issue,
Yeah, bro. Then you see her teeth are all messed up. No,
that's crazy, man. How do you feel on the whole election, man? Like the way things are going, and they're not gonna, like, they projected Biden as the winner, but it's still not set in stone. Like, do you feel it was rigged, or how do you view that?
Honestly, to be honest with you, bro, I have no idea what's going on. I'm confused. I don't know what's that all about. I thought, so are they like on pause, or like what's going on?
It's on pause. But it's on pause, and there's not a clear winner. But it's projected that Biden won because he had more votes. Yeah. But they're doing an investigation because Trump says that they did fraud votes. And there's videos where they show things, people like there are certain scenarios where they have someone getting votes by Trump and then ripping them off and throwing them out so they're not counted. And it's like really? You see videos like that, or you see videos of Antifa going to the mail and burning down the fucking mails with all the mail-in votes. So it's like kind of shady shit that's happening. It's kind of like, it's just weird. It's like, so they're saying like that Biden is projected the winner. Like the media is putting out all out there, you know, that he won.
Yeah, I see that.
And then Trump's taking them to court. And I'm not sure if they're still in court or how it's going, but I know there's something still going on. But they're gonna project the winner next year.
Oh man,
I don't know, bro. It just sounds weird. It just sounds weird.
Yeah, and to kind of give you the answer though, like on my view, and I'm glad you asked me because now, and thank you again for like putting me on the platform, because the funny thing is I think about these things on my own, bro. Like, yeah, I'll kind of be like, man. So like the way I feel about all this stuff personally is, one, I really choose not to like subscribe to any of that stuff, look into it. Yeah. You know, I try to like avoid it at all costs because it's very toxic. It's very like it lowers your like your vibe, bro. Like it, you know what I mean? It's just negative. It's negative news. And so
it's like you said, it's negative and it's that vibe, and it's like it's the law of attraction, basically. Like
dividing.
You're looking. It's like basically I can complain about a ton of shit right now, and just because of the fact that I'm complaining, I'm just basically telling the universe to give me something to complain about. In a way, I'm not saying what's going on that they're complaining, but that's just an example. Same thing with negativity. If all you're seeing is negativity and you're just dwelled in that, then it's like funny because it's not in what you say, it's also in what you do. So if you're constantly looking at negative videos and be like, oh, life is hopeless, you know, the world's gonna end, the world's too shit, then the Instagram and the algorithm, since you liked it and you're sharing it, it's only gonna show you that. So how do you get out of that cycle? You know that's crazy people don't see that, they don't know that.
Exactly, bro. And like, I'm very careful on using the whole term like woke and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It comes with a responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like people, it's just a responsibility. That's all it is. But to kind of add to what you're saying, exactly on point, exactly how I feel about it. And to add to that, I also feel like all of it is in a sense kind of a distraction. Mm-hmm. And I also feel like it's all planned, bro. Like it's all part of the show. Like there's one entity, or you know, I don't know if you've looked into all that stuff, but I do feel like, you know how they talk about like there's only like 8 families that run the whole world or whatever. And all that stuff. So I feel like, and this is dope that we're talking about this, because back then it was a conspiracy theory, but now this year has been a great year because everything has been coming to the surface. Everything that was in the dark has been coming to the surface. Everything, you know, people are starting to realize like the sex trafficking, you know, of the children, these supposedly conspiracy theories, whatever. So like, I do feel like someone is controlling both of them, you know, and it's like a show. It's all part of the show.
No, so that's why I believe that in the sense too, bro. I believe it's all part of agenda. Cause it's like, bro, they do certain things. For example, it was a few years ago. They used the big thing was Miley Cyrus when she was fucking swinging on the wrecking ball and she was fucking twerking and doing all that shit. Like, oh, Miley Cyrus is fucking going crazy. The media is showing that shit, and as they're showing you that, they're fucking passing laws that you don't even know about.
Exactly. And that happens a lot, right? That happens a lot. It happens.
This is a pretty. I feel like it's not gonna be the same after next year. It's gonna be something's gonna happen. I think something major is gonna happen. But
man, dude, bro, that's funny you say that because I shout out to Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. He's a YouTuber. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but it's like a spiritual YouTube channel. And he talks about that all the time. He says that there's going to be a big change that's going to happen, you know? Like, basically what's happening right now is the New World Order, bro. They're trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're using fear, bro. It's fear. And it's crazy, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I've just done that work to, like, quote unquote, like, peel the layers back of of all these illusions that we've been told, all these lies. And I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just saying that I see through the veil. I see through all these lies. So like, I definitely believe that something big's gonna happen. There's gonna be a change, but only if you, the individual, allow it, bro. If you let fear to control you, because if you don't let fear control you, like you'll be okay, and we're gonna create our own reality, bro. Like, I don't know, man. This stuff I'm like so passionate about, bro. Like, I can spill it all out, bro.
No, I feel the same. I feel the same way, bro. I believe the same thing, bro. I just think it's all a game, bro, and you get drawn into it and stuff like that. You see it, and it's like, well, they're gonna fucking do what they're gonna do, bro. And we don't even know the agenda. We know the agenda, but we don't know how it's gonna play out. Which is like, well, just wait and see.
Exactly.
So like, when things are going crazy like this, and you see all this in the world, what do you do to stay positive and to, you know, to give your audience that energy to stay positive and to keep pushing and not be like, oh, well, the world's gonna end. Why the fuck am I gonna go work on myself? Or what's the point? Like, what do you do to stay positive and give off that energy to people?
I think the biggest thing that I've done, which is funny because I feel like the last like year or 2 years, I was preparing for this moment. And what I mean by that is I started getting into grounding. So that's when you like directly connect your body, like either your feet, you can do your whole body, but like you spend time with like earth. Like you literally like put your feet, no socks, no shoes, on the earth, and it grounds you. The earth is naturally a positive frequency, if I'm not mistaken, and our body is like a negative frequency. So like it's like a magnet. So like, you know, when you balance out when you connect to the earth, it like recharges you, it grounds you. And so that's one thing that I do. I do a lot of like walking with my dog that's like right here, like that's like a form of meditation for me, you know. I meditate a lot. I do a lot of like,
you go for a walk and just clear your mind.
Exactly.
I think if people start their days off like that, that'd be a whole different thing for them. Like their whole day would be something different, or at least do something in the morning that's somewhat productive to get your mind, you know, warmed up for what you gotta, you know, accomplish that day.
Exactly. I do affirmations to do that exactly, get my day ready. You know, we can't control our day, but like you said, like if you take that time to like, you know, set your intentions for the day and kind of clear your mind and just, you know, like ground yourself, it just helps a ton, bro, because you control your day doesn't control you, you know. How you react, you control how you react to it.
You can't, it's like you say, you can't choose on what's going to happen, but you can choose how you're going to react to it.
Exactly.
And the typical thing too is like, I used to be that person when like, you know, you sit there and be like, fuck, you're about to go to work and your fucking tire popped or something like that, or it's flat. You be like, fucking shit, man, this shit always fucking happens to me. Why did this always happen to me? And it's like, I've had that, and there's been times where it's like I've learned so much and I've read so many like books on this type of things that when that happened, I was like, I looked at the tire flat, I was like, whatever, dude. I'll fucking get it fixed. It's not that much of a big deal. Oh shit, the same day the bumper flew off. Fuck it, whatever. I'll get another bumper. Like, and I had to go record a positive song that day, but none of it affected me because it's replaceable.
It is,
and that's why I see now things are going on now, and I in my own life, and you know, things are going on. But thing is too, I can't sit here and dwell on that energy. Like, I don't know, nothing really. It's rarely get down. Like I really don't get down because I know I've been through worse.
Yep.
And I know that the reward is much better. Like it was like, all right, well, if things are happening way worse now, that means something's coming. Something's good's coming because something's trying to hold you down to prevent you to get to that next, that next step.
100%, man. 100%. I've been really feeling like that lately too, where, you know, I wouldn't say my life's perfect. I wouldn't say I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm still working on myself in different parts of my life. But I can still feel like at a good place. You know, I could still feel grounded and calm. And like you said, that things are going to work out. You just got to, you know, trust the process because, like you said, again, you know, when you start feeding into that distraction or that energy, then you start feeling that type of way versus that's what I've loved about this year before this all happened. Like I said, I was preparing for it in the sense of like, what really happened this year was it showed us what really was important, and that was to take care of ourselves, our mental health, our health, our actual health, our immune system, so we don't get sick. Our family, you know what I mean? Some of us, it slapped us reality check, and some of us, we were ready for it. Some of us, we were prepared for it. And I mean, we're never prepared for these kind of things fully, but as long as you have the tools and you recognize that we have tools and they're not outside of us, they're within us, we're all good. You know what I'm saying? The revolution will not be televised. I finally understood it.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a good way to be, man. And just the transition to this, man. How old were you when you started making music, bro?
I was 15 when I started putting myself out there publicly, like publishing my music on MySpace. I was 15 years old, bro.
And you were doing the same kind of music as now then, or were you doing a whole different style? Because I think that you said you used to go by Speedy G.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I used to go by Speedy G, and I was making more like, I kind of started with kind of like a conscious rap vibe.
All right.
To be honest. And then I started kind of going towards more like, kind of like more like lyrical, more like trying to just like be like, how would you say it? What's the word? Like more lyrical, more like I went from the conscious to kind of more like not battle rap, but kind of more like in your face, more like, hey, I'm better than you, da 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 da.
Oh, okay, for you.
Yeah, more rappy, whatever. And then I slowly in like 2014 is when I met one of my good friends now that I would consider a mentor. He goes by Sherlock now. That's his new branding, but his real name is David Garcia, and he's actually the one that produced my first cumbia that I ever did.
Oh, all right.
And when I approached him, it was supposed to be just like a one-time thing. Like, let me just try this for fun and see what happens. And then, bro, like that was probably my most successful song to this day, as far as like when I was that cumbia that like I did not expect it. Like we just were doing it for whatever, we're just like, oh, let's try something new. And we put it out there, and the response was crazy, like I had the most success ever that I've had on anything. And the crazy part about that time is like when I was going through the most in my personal life, bro. Like that's when the first time I ever like started, like now I've managed it and I've learned how to manage it. Like I got hella bad anxiety at that time, and like depression. Like it was so crazy that I had all these opportunities, crazy. And it wasn't necessarily because of the fame or the opportunities, but it was more just like that time in my personal life, right? And like you've heard of artists talk about that, where like, they're like, they got diamond chains, diamond grills, they got all the money in the world, but like they're depressed, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't fulfill you, it doesn't solve your problems, right? But gracias a Dios, I started doing the work, I started exercising, I started eating better, started doing the stuff that I needed to do to get out of that place, you know what I mean? And it took me a while, it took me like a year or two, but I just continued moving forward. That's actually when I started smoking weed. That helped me a lot, funny enough, because I never used to smoke, bro. I was like 22, 23 when I first ever like got lit.
Yeah, you're a late bloomer.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was.
Is the weed good out there?
It's getting better, bro. It's getting better. We have like just recently, the last couple of weeks, no, not weeks, maybe a couple of months this last year, they've opened up more dispensaries here. There was only one, and now there's like 4 or 5, I think. I've never been to them because you have to have it's only medical. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, but yeah, it's okay. Like, as far I haven't tried the dispensary stuff yet. Well, from other people I have, but not personally. But from, let's say, my connections, it's hit and miss, bro. It's hit and miss when you're not going to the dispensary, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I used to go through the same thing, get a connect. Sometimes they hook it up, sometimes they don't hook you up.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, there's not really much you can do about it because that was the only stuff that was coming or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Does smoking weed help you with your writing and to be creative and like get loose when you're making your music?
Yeah, so it just depends on the strain, to be honest. Like, and since I don't really have a choice on what strain, like, you know, if it's an indica, no, you know. But obviously, if it's like a sativa that's more up, then yeah, it will. And to be honest, like, I feel like it doesn't really affect it like too much. But I did notice, the one thing I can say is that since it does put you in a different mindset, if you are kind of stressed out about like regular life, it does help in that sense that it kind of takes you away from that. So it lets you focus, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I need weed to write. Like, I can write without it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't depend on it like that, but it, you know, it has its little benefits. It helps.
Yeah, it has a little perks to it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm the same way too, bro. Like, I mostly get sativa mostly because it's a mental thing for me. Mm-hmm. So I either, like, if I'm working on music and shit like that, I'll fucking smoke like a quick bowl. I don't get too high. I just get high enough.
Exactly.
To be still functional and listen and shit. Because sometimes you be getting too high and you're just like, now everything's coming at you at once. Like, all right, I'm too high for this shit. Yeah. So when you get that right high, you know, and then you have the music playing, it's just like you get more lost in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I smoke every day, but not like, I'll smoke like a bowl a day, maybe if not a little bit more. But it helps with when I'm working and shit like that.
They're trying to weren't they talking about, see, these are things that, going back to what we were talking about, the distractions, weren't they trying to pass some type of bill for like privacy and like they can track our information and all this stuff?
I think so. I know California just passed a law where their Facebook and a certain social medias, they're cutting back on the privacy laws, so we have a bit more privacy.
Oh,
something like that. If not mistaken, I've seen something about that. I didn't really read too much into it.
Yeah, no, same here. I think they were trying to take. I think they took. It might have been an old video, but I remember they took Facebook to court. They took Mark, the reptilian. No, I'm just kidding. They took him to court. They took him to court, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you're talking about that was a few years ago, right?
Yeah. But recently.
Oh, recently too?
Yeah, not him, but just recently.
When you first started making music, you said you came in doing like a conscious rap, and then it elevated to a lyrical rap. What was it like scary for you to take that transition to what you do now? Because it's like a mix of like cumbia, reggaeton, and rap. So was did it feel like it was like a big risk, like this, to try it out?
Yeah,
switch that sound.
Yeah.
Because people know you from this kind of music, and then to make that, it's like a whole 180, basically.
Yeah, bro, exactly, 100%. That's exactly what it was. Like, that's kind of why I went in there thinking it was just going to be a one-time thing, because that exact same reason, you know. I was just like, no, I'm trying to be the best rapper. I'm trying to this, that. And then when I met that mentor, Sherlock, he, you know, it was, man, it's all about timing, bro. But there was just things like knowledge that he passed on to me, that, to be honest with you, deep down inside, like I was just trying to, the reason why I went into more of the lyrical stuff was because, like, you know, in middle school, high school, like, I was trying to be cool, you know what I mean? I was trying to, like, it's that whole like competition thing. It's that whole, you know, I don't know.
It's the rapper ego.
Yeah, the rapper ego, exactly. You know, I kind of fed into that in the beginning, and then I started seeing kind of like negative things come out of it. Like when I used to go by the name Speedy G, I remember, you know, I was never in a gang. You know, I was never claiming to be anything like that. So when I had that like persona of Speedy G or whatever, I realized that wasn't who I was. That's not who I was. That was me. That was the follower me. I wasn't being a leader. I was being a follower. Okay, so as soon as I started kind of like seeing, how would you say it, like when I was hanging around the wrong crowd, and I remember one of the people in the group were like, he was in a gang or whatever, and he was like, oh, he's like, you need to shave your head, you need to start dressing like this, you need to wear this, you need to wear that, you know. And when I heard that, I was like, nope, I'm done with this. You know what I mean? Like, that's not who I am. I'm a leader. I'm not no follower. And I was almost going down the wrong path. And music, bro, as corny as it sounds, music saved my life, bro. But yeah, bro, like I almost went down that wrong direction, you know. And then, you know, like I was saying, as corny as it sounds, like music saved my life, bro. And I went down the direction of being in the Boys and Girls Club, being in the studio every day, and making music, really, you know. And I became the poster child for the Boys and Girls Club for like 4 years, bro. Like, it was crazy.
That's the name of the studio?
Well, no, the Boys and Girls Club, the after school program. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
so
and they had a studio there.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's dope, man. It's a trip, and it's funny how you say like the ego involved and wanting to be the best rapper, and that's just like. Mm-hmm. I guess, you know, it's like too, like, I don't, like, for me too, I don't really hang around with a lot of rappers, bro. There's just too many fucking egos, bro. Like, I don't need to, bro. I'll hang around with my homies that do like photography or that sing and do something different than what I do and vibe off of that. Yeah, because you get too many rappers there, bro. There's too much of an ego involved, and it's like, man, like I'm cool off that. Like, I believe that you have to have some ego in some form. But the way I see it is that I keep it in the music. That's it. Like, I rap, and I'm pretty good at it, and I know I'm pretty good at it. And you know, you have to kind of floss in a way with the way you word shit, the way your wordplay and stuff like that. You have to kind of be kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of braggadocious in a way, depending on what you do. I do conscious too. I do a mix of things, but if I'm doing like that lyrical stuff, you kind of have to kind of flex a little bit, you know? But it's like, it's always within the music and then on stage giving that persona, you know, that energy. But once the cameras are off, I'm not in the studio, I'm not on stage, I'm an everyday person. I'm humble, bro. Like, I meet people, I talk to anybody, bro, and people trip on that shit. But I get what you mean though, man, on that whole thing. And so you're saying that once you did that first Cumbia song, people were receptive to it. And I see that people are, man. I see that you get played on the local stations right there in Utah, and people really fuck with you like that, man. Like, that's dope, bro. And to see that, for you to take that leap of faith and it work in your favor, that's crazy, man. And that's dope, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, man. It's a leap of faith, bro, for sure. I never saw it like that, you know, but it is, you know. Gracias a Dios, you know. It was a long time coming, you know, especially starting at a young age, and you know, with that one song, it opened up the door, and it did give me opportunities. Like, I did get my first radio play. And then after I dropped that, I kind of got like comfortable. I got kind of like, oh, whatever I drop after this, they're going to play it. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the case. Just because you make, you know, rhythmic music, Latino music, reggaeton, cumbia, that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get played again on the radio. You know, and it took me a minute till just recently again that the DJs were like, yes, you know, like, we're gonna play that, like, that's radio ready. And again, gracias a Dios, you know, to have that apoyo. Shout out to all the DJs, you know, at the radio station in Salt Lake City, at the Latin station and the hip hop station. And yeah, man, I think the biggest thing that I've learned though is, yes, it's the music. It needs to be formatted right. It has to look right. It has to sound right. But it's also you, the person, the vibe, your relationships, how you treat people, you know? Because, yeah, I've met amazing artists, but their attitude and the way they treat people.
Yeah, no one wants to be around someone that's fucking negative or not a team player, or, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly, bro. And it takes time to learn that kind of stuff, you know? I wasn't like that at first, you know? And you have to learn the hard way. That's the only way. You have to just keep going. You just have to keep doing it, bro.
That's the thing. That's the thing, though, too. It's just like you said, you just gotta learn it. The hard-headed gotta feel it to believe it, and that's like a saying right there. And you just have to. For some, they either, you know, wake up and realize, all right, it ain't all about you, and it's like knowing that once the camera's off and no one's there, it's your reputation falls on your word and the way you act when you're not on stage, when you're not in the recording studio. You know, you got to be an everyday person.
Exactly.
And I've had that slap of reality, and the good thing is I'm happy that, because I understand, like, when I make music, for me, I do rap, so I hate to have some ego involved, but it's like I've been lucky enough to perform at like stages where there's a lot of people, and I get that feeling from the crowd, and they love it, and it feels great, bro. Yeah. And then to go to work the next day and get that slap of reality, and no one knows who you are and shit like that. But it's a good thing though, because it's a constant check to my ego, so you know how to control it and not think that you're above everyone else in, you know, the job I was at, or, you know, in everyday life.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. That's funny because I've experienced that exact same feeling, and it was a trip when I first experienced it, you know, because you feel like on top of the world. And then you're just like, oh shit, like no one gives a fuck. Like Gary Vee says, bro, it's just like the entitlement.
I was gonna say, bro, like, just a transition right here, and to give you like a little break. You want to introduce your video?
Yeah, let's do it. Do you want me to?
yeah. You want me to introduce it? Yeah. What's the name of the video? And then.
Yeah, so this next video right here, it just premiered a couple weeks ago. It's Manos Arriba, produced by Outside and Caballos del Norte. Santos Guzman, Manos Arriba. Yo, what's up, bro?
Hey, bro. I gotta go.
Come on, bro.
I'm in a hurry.
Oh,
I gotta go. Emergency come up. Yo,
you good, bro?
No, emergency come up, man. I can't teach today, but I'll tell you what. You're gonna have to come to class for me, all right? You got this, bro. You can handle it. I got a dip. Like I said, emergency come up, man. But you got this, bro, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
Haha. We back. La música de Santos. Jalisco. Outside. La mano arriba. La mano arriba. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar. La mano arriba. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar una cerveza bien fría. La mano arriba. La mano arriba, los que quieren tomar la cerveza bien fría. Toma, toma nota, arriba como Minnesota. What I got in my cup ain't soda. Ándale, ándale, María, ia. Dale sola, más energía, ia. Lo mueve como lavadora. And you know that we gon' pull up. Si está prendido, voy pa' el tiro. Ya sabes, easy like a frito. Porque ella no quiere dormir, por eso no se quiere ir. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar. La mano arriba. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar una cerveza bien fría. La mano arriba. La mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar una cerveza bien fría. Fondo, fondo, fondo. Ya dejó el novio. Soy el mero mero. Nada por la rodeo. Y le gusta cumbia con perreo. Bien pegadito. Por eso no me agüito. Soy el chavo de Jalisco. Arriba, abajo, al centro, pa' dentro. Arriba, abajo, al centro, pa' dentro. Los que quieren tomar, la mano arriba. Los que quieren tomar, la mano arriba. La mano arriba, los que quieren tomar una cerveza bien fría. La mano arriba, los que quieren tomar una cerveza bien fría.
For sure. We're back, man. Hey, that was dope as fuck, bro. I really did enjoy the video. I thought it was pretty funny too. So in the video, you're like a fitness coach, right? In the beginning of the episode, the beginning of the video, you have a homie, or is that somebody you know that was supposed to be like be in the video as the fitness coach?
Okay, yeah. So the homie Benny, he actually has his own lifestyle clothing brand out here in Utah. He started in the fitness world, but he's going more towards lifestyle. Anyways, he actually hooked it up with some of his clothing in the video, that everything that I was wearing. And he's not an actual instructor. He's a boxing coach, but he's not like a bike instructor. But since he was there, I said, bro, like, are you down to like play this part or whatever? And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm down. And so we had him act like an instructor. Like, surprisingly enough, you wouldn't think I'm shy because, you know, I'm performing on stage and whatever. But like, bro, like everybody there, that's their job. And I'm pretending to do their job. So like, oh man, it was like the pressure was on, the good pressure, you know? And the whole story, you know, the whole point of it was to be like, I'm not an instructor. Like, it was supposed to be funny like that. I didn't know what I was doing, you know? And that wasn't, and we just kind of did that on the spot. Like, funny enough, like, again, the actual instructors, all of them, they were like, hey, we got this little microphone. Do you want to use it? And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so it took me a minute to warm up, bro, when we were doing the video. Like, I'm telling you, I was shy. Like, I was like, because when they're in that class, you know, they're like hyping them up, like, come on, let's go, da, 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 you know? And I show up and I'm like chilling, you know, and like, they're like, all right, you gotta like hype us up. And I'm over here like, oh yeah, come on. Like, and they're just like, yo, you're the quietest instructor ever. And I'm like, oh man. And then I'm just like, all right. They're like, oh, pretend like you're performing, you know? And I'm like, okay. And then I started like kind of getting a little loose, you know, a little comfortable. But yeah, dude, I'm glad that a lot of people responded good. A lot of people laughed, you know? I kind of was going for that, but wasn't. So I'm glad that it's still kind of like,
it's in that middle.
Yeah.
It's in the middle.
Yeah. Cause I'm not trying to be like Chingo Bling.
Yeah.
Which is another topic. Which is another thing to talk about. But no, I wasn't trying to do like no comedy, you know, but it's in that middle. Like Drake does it really well. I look up to him for that too.
That's what's up, man. No, you know, it was a really good video, bro. I enjoyed it. It made me laugh and just seeing it too. But it was like, I liked it. Like, and you said all of them, they were all fitness instructors?
Yeah, most of them. Like, I think there was only 3 of them in there that weren't instructors.
Oh, they were IG models or what? Or just regular girls?
No, they all go to that bike studio, bro. They're all real students from that class. So
how did you miss somebody in the video?
Honestly, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know how these things happen. Like, again, gracias a Dios. Like, I don't know. Like, so what happened is I met the sister of the owner of that studio. And one day I just said, does anybody know a place where I can film a music video? And homegirl was like, yo, you can film it at my sister's studio. And I was like, oh shit, you know? And then they're like, yeah, we can try to reach out to some of the girls that come to the class and the instructors and see if anyone's interested in being in the video. And luckily enough, their team, since they're already a community, they basically just said, hey, anybody that's available who wants to come film some content, some video for a music video, you know, if you want to come be a part of it. And I don't even think they knew the song, honestly. I think only I think the owner and the sister knew the song, but the other people didn't know the song. And the day of, they choreographed the whole little like synchronized manos arriba, you know?
Yeah.
So big blessings, bro. Like, dude, I didn't stress out about it. I just let it play out exactly how it was supposed to. And
that's what's up, man. Hey, that's dope as fuck, bro. Cause I know, dude, it's hard enough to get people involved in your videos, and especially like for free. Like for some people, like when I would do like big projects like that, I would have to at least buy like pizza, waters, Gatorades, you know, whatever I could to you know feed those around me. But it's like to get people to come willingly, like that and want to be a part of it. That's dope as fuck, bro. That's what's up, bro. I thought you got like a few people, and maybe a few of them were IG models and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, actually, one of them, the one that was like, it was very fast, but like the one that was all tatted up. Shout out to Luna. She's actually a tattoo artist. She sings. She's a graphic designer. She does everything. She is an artist. She's an IG and she models, so she's like an actual quote unquote IG model. But yeah, shout out to her. I guess I don't want to give out all the secrets, but I did take care of her, and then we did trade work with the studio. So the studio took care of the rest of the crew, and then I'm doing trade work with them. So
yeah.
So it all worked out for the community effort. So yeah, we also brought that value of giving them the video footage, the raw footage, for them to use it for content. So we also brought the value that way. So it was dope. It was a good little community effort, and I was very thankful.
What's up, man? That's what's up, man.
But yeah, I feel you, bro. I know exactly what you mean by it. It can be a struggle sometimes, and I can just say that, again, going back to the spiritual stuff, it's like when you try to force something so much, it never happens. But when you just say, I'm just going to let it play out, I'm going to let go. However this plays out is how it's going to play out. That's when everything just falls into place, bro.
Yeah, everything feels more natural. Everything, it comes with ease. And I believe that as well, man. It's crazy. Do you know, like, the people don't realize, like, people that don't make music and don't partake in, you know, like doing recording, writing, videos, being in front of the camera, be able to speak, and at the same time you have a million other thoughts of, oh shit, I still need to finish that song, and there's this song we got to work on this day for the studio session, and like, oh, we're doing this video, I got to make sure so and so is right here to help me out, make sure this person comes in time, and then once the camera presses record, oh shit, you got to get zoned into what you're doing. Exactly. And people don't realize how much it takes to be able to manage all those thoughts and ideas and just get in that moment, just like you said, let go and be one with the music. Yeah, like, it's crazy. People don't realize the what happens behind the scenes.
It's true. They just see the final product. Yeah. And then they either can say yes or they can say no, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a fucking crazy thing. It's like, they know within the few seconds of listening to a song whether or not they like it. Yeah. And it's like a few seconds. But for an artist, and this is where it kind of sucks to be an artist, because you can make music and you spend hours just for someone to easily dismiss it within a few seconds and be like, nah, I'm cool.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, I know. I don't know if you're familiar with, I was watching a documentary, The Art of, I think it was Something from Nothing, The Art of Rap. With, and Ice-T was in it. I remember talking about that with his wife. I don't know if you've seen his wife. She's like this, like, plastic surgery.
Coco.
Yeah, and blonde girl. And he was like,
her in person.
Yeah. Wait, you what?
I've seen her in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was at the Art of Rap show. They did an Art of Rap festival.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I thought because the way she looked, that she was gonna be all like bougie and not care. But I've seen her in high heels, all dressed up, go through a little bush, jump off of it was like a drop, just to go shake a person's hand and go talk to the people in the crowd. So I was like, oh shit, I'm actually surprised. I thought she was like a little bit too full of herself because how she looks.
Yeah, wow, that's dope. That's really cool, man. See, that's why I never judge a book by its cover. I was about to judge her, but good thing you said that. No, so yeah, Ice-T was like, yeah, we spent all these hours on trying to be the best lyricist and miracle spiritual individual, you know, all that. And then the girl's like, oh, I was just listening to the beat. Like, I like the beat. And he's like, what? Like, I spent all these hours on these lyrics and all you care about is the beat.
Yeah.
So, oh man, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. It's like, nowadays, it's like, music, it has to have a good beat and a good hook. Otherwise, nah. People would just be like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah, there's some people that do love lyrics, and you'll find, I mean, I believe there's room for everything.
Yes.
You gotta find your crowd. You need to find your niche. And like you said, you found yours. and it's in what you do. You do it's like what cumbia, reggaeton, and rap, and you're finding your crowd. And the good thing is you have 3 different genres to play with, so you're able to grab people from that realm, and then bring them with you. And I'm pretty sure it works in your favor too.
Yeah, it definitely does work in my favor, and then it does have its downside to it too, you know, because I mean, it's just like anything, you know, you'll have the rap fans that are like you're singing or what the heck, and then there's people that are like, this is too rappy for me, you know. So it's just like finding finding
where do you find that fine line?
Yeah, finding that good balance, bro. And like I was saying earlier, like this is what I wanted to do all along, you know, like before Drake got big, even before he like came out with his first ever song that was big, Best I Ever Had. I always, bro, even when I was into the lyrical miracle stuff, like I was always like a big fan of R&B, bro. I always loved the rap songs that had the R&B choruses, because you could actually sing along to it versus like these verses that you'd have to listen to it so many times to try to learn it. But like a chorus that was super R&B, you're like, oh, you're just vibing real quick. And that was something that I always wanted to do, but because back then there was that whole like, oh, I'm trying to be hard and da-da-da-da, I didn't get into it. And to be honest, Drake was actually a big influence, because when he did that, when he came out and was doing the sing rap stuff, it really like it really made me be like, dude, you can do it. Like, do it. Like, start singing, you know? And like, I'm not a singer, bro, but like, I do my little thing, you know?
Yeah.
I like to just vibe with it, really.
That's crazy, man. That's dope, bro. Like, I wouldn't have guessed Drake. Because you said it's about Chingo Bling right now, so I was trying to figure out what did you mean by that?
I brought it up because it's a hot topic. I don't know if you've like heard about.
Okay, because of him voting for Trump or something like that.
Yeah. I actually had one person from California. He's a clothing brand, Carnalismo Clothing. Haven't met them, but I was on IG Live one time and we like went on there, and like I couldn't tell if he was like insulting me or he was complimenting me. It was kind of like borderline. But he like said that I reminded him kind of like Chingo Bling, like my style, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, like I was a big fan of his, bro, growing up. I liked how he mixed the culture, but obviously like it was always like very like comedic, you know. It was really like
he was more comedic. Like I don't feel that. To me, you don't give me that vibe. Like you're trying to do like comedy rap, in a sense, where he's like talking about making these hoes ain't loyal, arroz con pollo.
Yeah, like parodies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Parody. That's parody rap.
Yeah, but I think he was maybe he was saying more like my style, like clothing, or like mixing kind of like the cowboy vibe with like the hip hop vibe. Maybe what he was trying to get at, possibly. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Chingo Bling was an influence. Baby Bash. But yeah, I would say like Chingo Bling did influence me. I'm not gonna lie, you know, like regardless of the parody vibes, like the mixture of the culture is what really influenced me, I think, and the entrepreneurship, how he was an entrepreneur from day one. Like that fool was hella smart. Like that fool went to like college and like, you know what I mean? And then, you know, Baby Bash was a big influence. 50 Cent, Nelly early on. Yeah, mostly Nelly and 50 Cent were probably my first 2 major influences when I was like in elementary school.
I feel that's what's up, man.
Yeah, bro, the clothing, G-Unit. I used to wear G-Unit all the time, bro.
I remember when they were having that big feud, the game in 50 Cent.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember.
The game had the G-Unit jackets and shit like that.
Yeah.
I had one where it had the G-Unit, because I'm a big game fan, bro. I used to love the game. And I had the jacket with the little rat behind it, and it had the circle over the rat.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's bro. Crazy. That's crazy. Even though like Utah, we're like close to the West Coast, but because we're kind of not West Coast, like I didn't really choose sides. You know, I was always like, oh well, we're West Coast, but like I can still bump East Coast. You know what I mean? It was fun.
Yeah.
But I can see why you would rock that, because you guys are like pure West Coast. Like, yo.
Well, I was a kid, bro. I was a kid, so I was like, well, I like the game more. That's just it. I just bought his album.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and then I got older, and I'm like, I went older, and I just expanded with music, bro. Like like I said, I had the same thing where it's like hip hop, underground. It has to be underground. It needs to be this. If it's not this, then it's not hip hop. It's not. But then it like grew out of that, and it started experimenting with like other kind of hip hop and shit like that. Older hip hop, different styles, singing. I don't even, like, bro, honestly, bro, I really don't even listen to hip hop that much nowadays, bro. I listen to like oldies and shit, or different genres and shit like that has nothing to do with hip hop.
Yeah, dude, that's what you got to do, bro. A lot of big artists I've heard, like Post Malone, I've heard him say the same things. Like, dude, I don't even listen to. Like, I've heard big artists say, like, I don't even listen to hip hop or other artists on the radio because I don't want it to influence my sound right now, you know.
And that's the crazy thing, is that people don't realize that is that when you listen to it, it's like unknowingly you're listening to other kinds of music that has nothing to do with yours, and yet that's influencing your sound. And how do you want to come about like that? You can, for example, like I can rap and stuff like that, but slowly start singing on songs and giving it a whole, like, if I'm gonna do my style, at least give a little more, add some more tools to the kit, because there's always room to grow.
Exactly, always room to grow. And obviously too, you know, there was the non-rap influences early on was like banda music from Jalisco, you know. Banda music, Selena was a big influence. Yeah, a lot of Mexican music, really. Yep.
That's right. Did you like Maná?
I got into Maná a little late, like in high school, my senior year, like 2012. I got into him a little bit, but then it was just, I got into like whatever album they had at that time, and then I just kind of, it was like, that was it, you know? Like, I was trying to impress this girl. There was this girl that loved Maná, so I was like, oh yeah, I love Maná, you know? You know how it goes.
I did that shit with with Green Day, bro.
Just kidding. With who?
With Green Day.
Oh, bro. Oh, dude, I love Green Day. Dude, I didn't do that. I love Green Day too. When I was in 6th grade, I was obsessed with them, bro. When Boulevard of Broken Dreams came out, I had that song on repeat, bro. Like, bro, that shit influenced me. Like, that's another one too. That was crazy. I remember I showed up to school, bro, dressed up like that fool, the main singer. I don't even know his name, but like I wore all black, and like I had my hair all spiked up, and I remember someone even told me that. Yeah, I think we all go through those different phases though, now, of music.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I want to just do a quick transition, like performing live. How was it like over there in Utah, especially with the sound you're trying to go for? Is it harder to, because I know you can put yourself on the radio and stuff like that, but is it harder to get people to come to your shows, or how does that work? Or does it work in your favor that you're doing something different other than the come to our hip hop show down the street? You know, like, does that work in your favor?
So I've been on both spectrums, bro. Like I've done events where it's like straight up bailes, like straight up like paisano bailes, like grupos and all that, and I'm over here like rapping to some cumbia, and they're kind of like, yo, what? Like, they're looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, we can dance to this, but like, what's going on? And then and then I've been on the other and those shows are usually packed. You know, the bailes packed.
Yeah, you know? Hell yeah.
And then I've been on the other spectrum at the hip hop shows, where I come in with this sound and it shakes everybody. They're just like, wait, what? What is this? Like, this isn't, like, they hear me kind of rapping, but like the beats are different and it throws them off. And I love that. Honestly, I love it. You know, I've done a couple hip hop shows out here. To be honest, I've been booked for more hip hop shows with this sound, but it just makes me stand out, bro, you know? And
yeah, so that's dope, man. It's always dope to stand out. And it's like, people don't really know. Like, people can like look at you and then like, because I've done the shows where people look at you and they be like, okay, what the fuck is this fool gonna rap about, or what is he gonna do? And then you go up there and you surprise them, bro, and that's what's up, dude. Exactly.
So, you know, obviously, you know, it's a growing process. So as far as like the Latino shows out here, they're still growing, bro. Like, the hip hop scene has gotten bigger in the last 5 years, but like the Latino scene, like Latin music, it's only really limited to like the clubs, bro. So like the community out here for the Latino scene is still growing. Like the hip hop community is not that big, but it's a little bit bigger than the Latin crowd. The only places that you get the Latin shows are like the Latin nights at like the clubs, and that's been slowly building, you know. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting, but again, I've been branching out outside of Utah, you know, because I feel like I've kind of done everything here locally. And so, you know, I've gone out to LA like twice, and then like San Jose, and yeah, it's been amazing, man. It's been a blessing. Like, it's helped me grow so much. I've messed up hella bad, but I learned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all it is, though, man. You gotta mess up, and like that's the thing, though, too. People like automatically they fail at something and then they easily give up, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, you're supposed to learn from that shit. Like, you're supposed to see, like, all right, well, next time I know not to do that. You're constantly failing. And the way I can like put into a metaphor, it's like with me, I skateboard. So like when I'm skateboarding, I know that whenever I'm trying a new trick, I'm never gonna land it the first try. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna eat shit. I'm gonna fall. People are gonna see me constantly fail at doing this. But when you land it, it just feels so good. And I kind of see the same thing with music and what I'm trying to do. Like, you got to know you're constantly going to be failing. You're constantly going to be falling. People are going to be seeing that, and you have to be comfortable with that. So you can go back to your drawing board and work out those kinks. So that way, the next time comes around, you're ready for that opportunity.
100%. It's a double-edged sword, you know. Like you said, you have to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there. And then at the same time, it's dope because people get to see that growth firsthand. They're like, holy shit, you know. And it's constantly growing.
That's the thing though too, is like people don't realize it takes a lot, bro. Like to be able to, it takes like I said before, it takes a high level of confidence in an individual to be able to say, oh, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And you're not just saying it to yourself. Now I'm letting the world know. I'm putting visuals out there for people to know that this is what I want to do. Exactly. And to know that it may not happen, you know, it may not be happen this year, it may not happen next year. It may take a while, and you might lose people along the way. You'll see people around. You start seeing certain things, especially when you're targeting a little more success in what you're doing. And it's like crazy to think that you have to have that level of confidence on and off camera.
Exactly. I couldn't say it any better, bro. I couldn't say it any better. Yo, you have to have a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's like people, it's like I come from like a background where I came up with a lot of artists, you know, along the way. And then during time, people, and that's the thing though too, is like how you're saying, if you're not focused on yourself and working on yourself, that you can have the opportunities in your way. If you're not working on yourself at all, you're gonna fuck up those opportunities.
Exactly.
Because you're not working on what it is you need to fix yourself in order to be at the moment with the right, you know, mindset. Because there's circumstances, bro, and that's what people are like. People have kids. People get into bad habits that fuck up what they're doing.
Yep.
You know, and it's like it's crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot of self-discipline.
It is. No, for sure, bro. That's something that I personally too have been thinking a lot about recently too. You know, as far as like where we live at now, where music's at, where it's constantly coming out, you know, like you have to have that discipline to like not necessarily compete with these, like, I don't know if you saw, I think it was NLE Choppa or no, the baby, I don't know, it was one of those new rappers, but, oh no, I think it was what the hell is his name, bro? He has like a big ass scar on his forehead right here. He's like a young kid. He has a grill. What's his name, bro? Holy crap. He looks like a freaking goblin, bro. He looks like a.
You talking about Trippie Redd?
No, that fool too. Ese güey está feo, pero not him. not him. That fool looks like a straight up fucking troll. You know, what the hell's his name, bro? Damn, there's so many, bro. Ya me siento bien. No, bro. What? What's his name, man? I can't remember.
I don't know, bro.
Something with baby, not the baby, little baby, or what's the other baby's full name?
You know about fucking doesn't Birdman go by baby?
Well, him too. But no, there's another fool. It's not NLE Choppa, but it's the other fool that kind of like Nah, maybe I don't know. But anyways, iTunes or Apple just rewarded him with like an award because he dropped like 58 songs in a year, bro.
Damn.
He has like the highest record of like the most songs dropped in a year. I don't know about the quality as far as like content goes. I don't know how good the songs are, but hey, congrats to him, you know. And that's where we're heading, bro. I mean, Lil Wayne was doing that too with the mixtapes, you know, but that's where we're heading, bro. It's really about the amount of content, and it goes back to your discipline. And that's one thing that I always like. I'm like, man, I need to drop more music. I need to drop more, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah. But how to say, like, especially for music, like I'm saying, like, you can, like, for me, like, I can write music all the time, and I do. But like, if I try to make like so many songs within the same time, at some point, wouldn't some songs sound similar?
Yeah, they would.
Because music's an experience. Like for me, it's like you want to touch on different things or different vibes. You know, like it's crazy. Like for me to be like, I'm gonna write this many songs, and like at some point it becomes kind of similar. And that's what I'm trying. Like, to me, it's like my best songs come when I'm going through something or something happens or I'm inspired by something, and it's like it takes its own avenue. And that's when you have that song, like, damn, this is a really good song.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, right? It's about, I think it's a balance of the market,
quality and quantity.
Exactly. Because yeah, like I think it affects the quality, like you said, like when songs are they're sounding way too similar, you know. So I don't know, it makes me interested to like listen to that artist I was trying to tell you about to see what these songs sound like. I don't know if you follow that artist, Enoli Chapa.
Nah, bro. Okay. I'm not even sure who that is.
Okay, yeah, he's like one of those new young, like he's like 19, 20, you know, like, you know, and he's all, you know,
the generic sound.
But recently in his artwork and his song titles, he's been putting in like spiritual things into it. Like he like had a song that was called like Twin Flame, right? And that's like a whole little like, I don't know if you know about Twin Flames. It's kind of like a soulmate kind of type vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's this whole like new conscious community kind of topics, and like he started meditating, you know, he started doing he started doing more of these spiritual things, but he still looks all like, you know, diamonds and like thugged out and stuff. But his new music, like he's kind of like going into that spiritual stuff, but the actual lyrics aren't there yet all the way. You know, like, yeah, the title's called Twin Flame and he talks about it, but like his lyrics are still kind of like not matured yet, you know.
Oh, okay, I feel you. Okay, I see what you mean.
So, and that's something too that people have told me the same thing, bro. When they get to know me, the person, how we're talking, they're like, why don't you put that stuff in your music? Like in your cumbia, you know? And I'm just like, well, I mean, that's the goal, but I have to do it in a way where like, well, I don't know, man. There's no rules to this, right? But
yeah, there is no rules, bro. Like, yeah. I think people don't. It just comes when it comes. Like, you can't force something or try to do something right away. I feel like with music, you're always growing as an artist, and when that time comes, you'll have that time to speak on certain things.
Yeah,
because art reflects life. Like, whatever's going with you at the moment, and where your mindset's at that moment, you're gonna project through whatever it is you're writing.
100%.
And how you portray yourself and stuff like that. And it's much more than just what you're saying. It's your look, the way you handle things on and off camera and stuff like that.
100%.
Not really on the.
And I think, and I think honestly, the biggest thing is now I'm becoming more aware and conscious of like, okay, my party music doesn't have to be just strictly party music. I'm building up that courage, and it's timing again. More people are waking up and they want that. Now I'm going to start putting in those nuggets of knowledge and these things that we talk about in there. You know what I mean? Like all the new stuff that I'm creating that we did like last weekend, I was doing that. I was throwing in these little things for people to think like, wait, what is that? What is he talking about there?
That's right. That's what's up, man. I think it's all on how you dress it, basically.
Yep.
Like how you present it.
Yep.
And it's like if you're getting bits and pieces, like okay, it's kind of like what is it that saying tickles your fancy and shit like that. Like people are like, oh shit, all right, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool, man. I enjoy that, man. Like, do you have any new music or any videos or projects that you're working on currently that you wanna share with the audience, or anything new in the works?
Yeah, definitely. We have some more Cumbiaton on the way. You know, the mixture that cumbia and reggaeton and the culture that we have coming out. We have this new song. Shout out to UA the Duo. I know they shouted me out, so I'm gonna shout them out. They actually introduced me to their producer that they work with, Looney Got the Tunes, and we actually have a new song that we're working on that we're probably gonna drop here soon, close to the end of the year or around that time. And it's a mixture of cumbia, reggaeton, and serreño, like with the guitars, like corrido style. So yeah, man. And then we're just gonna follow it up with more movidas and more like vibey songs. I'm all about vibes. Like
yeah.
Like I have some intense song or like some more movidas, and then I like the more vibey, chill stuff. It's still movido, but it's more relaxed. More.
Yeah.
Something to
and where can the audience find your music? Are you on all platforms?
Yeah, I'm on all platforms under Santos Guzman. So yeah, and I've actually been thinking about rebranding myself here soon, so that'll be a surprise for everybody. But yes, as of now, Santos Guzman.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. But thank you, man, for being part of the show. I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah.
For commenting, for saying you want to be a part of the show, and me reaching out to you because I was like, all right, I'm down. Like, because I always like reaching out to upcoming artists or newer artists from different parts of the world, and giving a platform to be able to speak on pretty much anything, bro.
Definitely. Yeah, man. No, thank you. Thank you for reaching out and taking that initiative. That always makes things easier. Thank you. No, I appreciate you for like reaching out and taking the initiative, to provide a platform. This is what the culture needs. We need representation. And so it means a lot, bro, for your time. Thank you, man. And I wish you much success in this, man. It's inspiring, honestly.
Thank you, brother. Likewise, brother. I wish you much success as well, And you're always welcome on the podcast. Whenever you got new music coming out and you want to find a way to promote it, we can always do that right here. Just got to reach out to me and we could do that for you, man. Well, I can do that for you. I say we, but I filmed the podcast, I set it up, I edit it, so that's why I speak like we, because I'm doing most of it,
The one-man show, huh?
Yeah.
No, yeah, thank you.
One-man band.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. And any way that I can, help out, in whatever way, just let me know too. I'm down. But yeah, I appreciate that. Let's definitely do it. Let's keep building,
Hell yeah, man. But thank you again for being on the show, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it.
For sure, man. We're up.